All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Chakodash. Give double honors to our elders and our apostles that taught us this truth. And the salutes to all the sincere ones out there. Keep pushing. So, yeah. We're going to get into this furthering the pushing that health thing. You know, when we get together, you know, my name is Aria, and we got Ratazar. Give you a channel as well.
Yep, GMS Ratazar Raha Halawiyah, that's the channel.
Yep, and mine is GMS, the real Marakab. You know, land backing off our elder Apostle Rakab. That's how we're gonna be doing it. You know, so that for those that don't know, gonna get to know. And yeah, we're just gonna continue with the pushing of the health thing. You know, it's part of our niche that we when we get together, there is a chemical reaction, an explosion, just like you get in the science labs and in the science rooms. You know, an explosion of information, an explosion of inventions. And we're going to get to the scriptures, you know, Lord willing, to break everything down. You know, Lord willing, it'll be a short video, straightforward and to the point. So the title of it is Healing and Growth Comes from Bitters. So once I mention that word bitters, stay tuned, right? Stay tuned, because you may like what you hear. You might be surprised what you hear, but
Yeah.
I'm just having some fun with this. So go straight to the scripture, Ezekiel.
This is Ezekiel 3 and verse 3. It says, "And he said unto me, Son of man, cause thy belly to eat, and fill thy bowels with this roll that I give thee. Then did I eat it, and it was in my mouth as honey for sweetness."
Yeah, this is how Ezekiel felt. Similarly, we can relate to Prophet Ezekiel, how he felt regarding getting this truth, waking up to this truth, reading the scriptures, constant reminders, and the journey that we have. You got something you want to say? Go on. Yeah, and the journey that we're on is not always sweet. It's a journey. You know, no real journeys are always sweet anyway. You know, for those of us that, if you've ever been to this, you know, the seashores of Southend, Brighton, you know, it's yeah.
I said
Devon. You know, it's very it's usually a journey is what it is. It's a journey. So there's bumps in the road. You know, you got to be on the radar navigation. Sometimes you may take a wrong turn and you got to get back on again. You know, and we know what that's like if you're on the motorway. But that's what a journey is. It's not smooth sailing for the most part. Yeah. What are you gonna say?
But yeah, Khan, at first it says, "Then did I eat it, and it was in my mouth as honey for sweetness." You know, just like the way we learn initially. You know, at first, you know, you get spiritual power. You know, you hear of the scripture of Isaiah 4:1. I can get multiple wives. So Jake gonna reason on that level, and then that's gonna be as the initial attraction. You know, as Yahushua said, you know, he will make you fishers of men. So of course, when you're fishing, you gotta have the bait so that you can bring the fish. You know, hook them up. But the thing is, those who endure to the very end, they're the ones who are able to take the bitters with the sweet as well.
Yeah.
Which leads on to this scripture here. Revelation 10 and verse 9. It says, "And I went unto the angel and said unto him, Give me the little book. And he said unto me, Take it and eat it up, and it shall make thy belly bitter, but it shall be in thy mouth sweet as honey." That's the thing, you know, when you first of all take the food, you know, it can be very tasty, which really, the food is really referring to these scriptures. It can be very tasty, as I said. You hear of spiritual power, you hear of, you know, multiple wives, Isaiah 4:1, you hear of, you know, the many mansions, you know, within the scriptures. Yahushua said in John 15, there's that, oh damn, okay, you know, this is actually, it sounds good. You know, Jake always likes to hear these smooth things, these things of which here are more profitable, they're more pleasurable to the
senses. Yeah. Go on.
Dopamine.
Yep.
You know, it sparks the dopamine in the head. Then after that, it's like, okay, you hear of the bitters now. You know, when you gotta digest it, you gotta learn about the suffering. You know, as Apostle Kabbalah always says, we're called in this to suffer as well, which we already know it's a temporary season, because for the time being that Esau's here, you know, until that kingdom is then demolished, we know that after Esau's kingdom is destroyed, Jacob, you know, aka Yahushua's kingdom is going to come after. So it's not as if it's going to be some forever suffering. So we have hope in this truth, man. So that bitter it's still balanced out with the sweet as well in order to keep us up, in order to keep us going.
Yeah.
Go on.
So it's it's bitter and sweet. Bitter and sweet. Now let me just ask.
Yeah.
Long chat. One little question. Yeah. What is the meaning? All right. Let me ask just getting it in my head first.
Yeah.
Chat. What is the meaning of the term bitter and sweet?
Yeah, bitter and sweet is kind of a poetic phrase. It describes a mixture of contrasting emotions, so something sweet like happiness or nostalgia combined with something bitter like sadness or loss. So it's that kind of mixed feeling you get when something is both happy and sad at the same time.
All right. Let me ask one more question. The term bittersweet meaning, chat.
Yeah, absolutely. The term sweet has a few layers. Literally, it refers to a pleasant taste like sugar, but figuratively, it's used for things that are kind, gentle, or emotionally positive, like a sweet gesture or a sweet memory. So it's got both a sensory and emotional meaning.
Yep.
All right, yep. And this is how you could say it's the hook for when we first got the word, like as you say, Isaiah 4. That could be a part of the hook.
Yeah.
Spiritual power, it kind of hooked us. We related to it because when you're in this world, obviously you were sighing and crying. That's Ezekiel 4. We don't go get it, and 9, or is it 9 and 4? But anyway, we were sighing and crying. So the Most High, through His power and the spirit of the wisdom, the gal, because Apostle Paul used gal. You might say it was a bit of gal, but it was a hook. It drawed us because we saw a lot of the world for the most part. Whether you were young, you came in. Whether you were at a certain age, you saw the world for what it really well and truly was, and that was part of your journeys. But that was a bitter. That was the law, the sweet, and the bitter was when it was in the world. Now we're going through the journey, and it's a combination, as I just asked chat. The term bitter sweet, right? A poetic phrase. It describes a mixture of contrasting emotions. Yeah, that's really all I need. Contrasting emotions. This truth is contrasting emotions.
Yeah, good parts.
Good
parts.
and bad. Roller coaster. And it's a roller coaster, right? The journey. No journey is smooth sailing. So let's hit another precept. Because we touched on the bitter now. We're gonna do exactly the same thing. Let's go to Proverbs 24.
Yep. This is Proverbs.
Yeah, you can start with 13, yeah.
This is Proverbs chapter 24. Proverbs 24 and 13. My son, eat thou honey.
All right.
Because it is good.
See it there? Right. We ain't gonna get into all the details, but it's the good one. Oh, you're gonna show. Oh, he's gonna show you. We got 2 cameras rolling, so we've got to show both cameras. This is a good one, and for those that just we don't got to break, because brothers done already. Do your research on Manuka honey.
Yep.
Now we're talking about, because we don't just got these here just for show, right? There's there's a brain working, and we put our heads together, right? Our heads together, in the science lab, in the science room. And we come up with something because there's a recommendation in our particular camp. No doubt, brothers have their thorns in the flesh, and these are prescribed to particular brothers, right? And I'm included as well. And I'll take a lot of them. I would recommend, if I take it and I've got good reviews, I would want to recommend it to others. And that's what I've been doing, prescribing, for those that are interested. So they're not just here as ornaments. Not even this.
Just for sure.
Not even this. Not just an ornament you put on the shelf. Now let me just, because I just showed you the honey. Now what is that doing there? For those that may be asking the question, right? So I did ask chat. If you're not sure, let me get into just what is that. First of all, it's a cone, a pine cone. Yeah. So I asked chat, does pine cones purify the air? Right? Because some things just attract you. If you're a person that do your forest bathing, forest bathing. I know that I can ask chat the Chinese name, but maybe for a future video. Brothers don't know anyway. And you see things. There's some of them have a lot of lore. There's something very luring about if you're that kind of person.
The forest.
Just looking at things you might not first of all, I'd be able to identify it. And, you know, the rabbit hole goes deep. You know, a lot of things are very attractive that for the curious mind. But I saw them and it just looks alluring to me. So, chat, I asked chat that question. Does pine cones purify the air? He says it can have a refreshing effect, kind of like a natural air freshener. Some people also use pine scents in aromatherapy. Yeah, I've actually had that on my journey to the pine essential oil. It comes in the bottle, just like you see these essential oils. Pine oil, right, which is from that. Which is from that, because when you think about pine, just like you might think about olive oil. And I showed someone in the past. Do you know that oil comes from the olive? They didn't, you know, it didn't. It's not that they knew, but the connection wasn't there. It was like the connection, you know, and then the connection. You know, some things you just don't put the connection together because we're just concrete jungle people of the concrete jungle. We're used to the city life. You gonna say something?
Yeah, no, it's just so you didn't realize that olive oil comes from olive, so it's just like new information.
It was new information, man.
The seventh wonder of
you
the
know,
world.
And it's this is the world we grew up in. Anyway, so pine cones and also turpentine, right?
That's another one.
Comes from this. See? Oh, and I don't want to get too deep, but these are living organisms. They're living. If I put fire to that, if I put my little flamethrower to that, my lighter to that, they will close up. All the cones will close up. That tells me, that's what I've done research, by the way. That tells me that they're alive. They're living organisms. If you put it in warm water, they will all close up. You know, all them, because it protects itself.
So that means
survival.
It's sensitive to heat.
Yeah. So things that are alive, by the way, right? What we're getting to understand, right? They keep your body, they have a regenerating effect. Disclaimer: this is not medical information. We're just talking of, you know, our journey. So anyway, I think I've said enough about that. Things that are alive, like live foods, and you may have heard this too, right? For those that have done a little bit, live foods keep the body. They are living. And they regenerate the body. Dead foods, and when you hear about dead, does it mean, the way to describe dead foods are processed foods. That's all dead, right? Things that you just get in the microwave foods. Live foods, you pick them, they come from the earth, they're alive. Oh, while we'll bring out that scripture, Baba Kusha, and then we're going to come back to this. Oh, Salakia.
ChatGPT.
Yeah, one thing at a time. Let me calm down, come back down to earth. Let me just finish. So the cone says has a refreshing effect, right? Kind of like a natural air freshener. Some people also use pine scent in aromatherapy to help with relaxation or focus. So it's more of a fresh vibe than a purifier. So if they're alive, they give off vibrations, energy.
To calm down.
If you've heard of people that hug trees, and people do be hugging trees. I know tree huggers. Where they get that from? Gad and Reuben.
That's a fair point.
Right?
That's a fair point.
And it's mostly Edomites that be pushing all these out of the box things that we some of us we hear about them, we might laugh at first. But they go back to Gad and Reuben. You know, the documentary me and Ratazar was watching earlier. India.
Elam.
Right? India, they be very up on their herbs. It's a business for them. That's a lifestyle for them. It's not even more than a business. It's a lifestyle for them. Some of the things that they be talking about, where they get that from? Us.
Form of all things.
Yep. The Chinese medicines, Indian medicines, Tibetan medicines. A lot of them are Jakes anyway. You know, the Tibetanese. Koreans, a lot of them are Jakes. They get their lifestyle from us, living off the earth. So go on.
Just on the point on Gad, Gad and Reuben. Esau even came to the point of pretty much, Gad was going off considering that we weren't with Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
And they went off because they was worshipping the creation.
That's it. That's what I was gonna say.
All right.
Because Esau actually learned from Gad, in terms of learning the landscape, of course, how they harvested.
Yeah.
Pretty much, Gad was instituting certain type of land Sabbaths in their way of life that Esau wasn't doing. They were specialists in terms of utilizing the land.
Yeah.
So come on.
Yeah, because they understood, which they wasn't going off when they understood that the earth was a living being.
Oh,
you know, maybe organisms are a better word. It was alive, and they treated it as such. Whereas Esau, you know, he's just a egotistical, narcissistic taker, doesn't give back.
That's true.
So the earth don't treat them right. As a matter of fact, let's stay on earth. But I just want to say this too: the earth wants them off the planet, and so the earth wants Esau off the planet. So do the animals, because they don't know how to. They don't communicate and they don't give back. That's really the.
Esau's like a pathogen, a virus.
There you go.
The body's got to fight it. The earth got to fight the virus with the white blood cells.
Yeah.
You know, you can see the white blood cells as Jake, anyways.
Yeah.
Just clearing off Esau, which is written within the scriptures, Obadiah.
Yeah. Get that scripture. Revelation. No, it's Genesis 1:29. Cool. Just to further the point that Esau is like a sucker puff, like a leech to the earth, like a parasite to the earth. That's all he knows. That's his spirit. He's a harbinger of death, and only for a period of time, though. You got it?
Genesis 1:29.
Yeah.
Now, this is Genesis chapter 1 and verse 29. It says, "And the Most High said, Behold, I have given you every herb bearing seed, which is upon the face of all the earth, and every tree in which is the fruit of a tree, yielding seed, to you it shall be for meat."
Yeah.
Food.
Yeah. Right, which is the herbs, right? And the rabbit hole goes deep with that. I think it talks about the trees as well.
Yeah.
The bark. When you get into the bark, the bark releases oils, resins, right, brothers. It was introduced to me the agar oil, right, which is the oud oil, which is a perfume. That we was watching that documentary about. A lot of these plants actually they're not just there to be cut down, because that's what Esau does as well. He doesn't. Once again, he just takes and he treats things that are living organisms that feed you. He cuts them down. He says they're weeds. Get rid of them. Cut them out of the way. Get them out of the way. They're in the way. You know, the concrete jungle, for example, to make way for his lifestyle, which is the revived Romans back here all over again. Concrete, Mount Seir, caves. And he's a harbinger of death. And everywhere he goes, you might as well get that one. You know, I think it's Habakkuk. Habakkuk chapters 2, it might be 5. But yeah, just to back up the point, and then we're gonna get back. He everywhere he goes, that's what he brings. He doesn't bring, you know, he starves the planet of life. The animals, he starves the people. You got it?
Yeah, this is Habakkuk 2 and 5. Yea, also, because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. Yeah,
he enlargeth his desires as hell. This is hell. We're in hell. This is their heaven, but it's not the what we may have thought. Heaven, you die, you go to hell, which is a burning fireplace of torment forever. This is hell, and that's what it's described. That's what he's made hell for everybody else but himself.
It's true. That's, you know, on the Salaki, on the documentary as well, it mentioned about him banning I think the transportation of certain herbs.
Making it not being able to for us, which really the Indians, a lot of them are Jakes as well, to continue with our lifestyle, more than just a business, a lifestyle. True. Why? Because they wanted to introduce their pharmakia, which goes into the word witches or witchcraft. That's what they was pushing. So they've increased this. I've always brought it up, you know, when I be doing my Hilangoli, it always comes to my mind. Concrete jungle, and I'm doing my Hilangoli, and it's like I get away from the concrete jungle. When I do my forest bathing, I'm thinking of the Wada Yahba for allow me to get away from the concrete jungle, and which is really hell. A concrete jungle that was made as a concrete jungle, which is a hell for us. Right? Why is it hell for us? The concrete that we walk on is messing us up. You know, when you get into it, when you get into the biology,
Yeah.
scientifically, mentally,
Calm.
you know, on all levels. You got something?
Yeah.
Read that one again, Baba Kushal. Read that
Yeah.
one again. Genesis 1 and 29.
It's Genesis 1:29. And the Most High said,
Yeah.
Behold, I have given you every herb bearing seed, which is upon the face of all the earth,
Yeah.
and every tree in which is the tree of a in which is the fruit of every tree
Yeah.
of a tree yielding seed, to you it shall be for meat.
Yeah. It's food. It's live food.
It's supposed to have
Right.
seed.
With seed, right? And seed is another thing that represents life. When you get into seed,
Yeah.
the trees, how they survive. A lot of them, for example, you got the pine tree, right? They be dropping their seeds.
Of
Oh,
course, that's
this
how
one
it's
here, the pine.
The pine cone.
Yeah, the pine cones. They be dropping their pine cones. What's the other one? And so they spread, and then they be absorbed by the earth and grow up other pine trees.
Yeah.
Another one is what comes to my mind, the oak tree,
Okay.
which it drops off the it spreads its, what they call that thing what the squirrels eat, the oak tree,
With the nuts. Some
the
kind of
nuts, the little squirrel nuts.
Yeah,
Brothers know what we're
forgot,
saying.
man.
They-
Acorns.
Acorns, that's it. They
Acorns.
drop the acorns, then they spread, and the ones that germinate, right, through the power and spirit of the Lord, it's all the doing of the Lord.
Yeah.
They spring up from the earth and they give birth to other oak trees. It's all the spirit of the Lord. But what does he? So he comes along and he does it. He comes along and what does he do? Let's cut things down to make car parks,
Nonsense.
right? And the last I heard about
Nonsense.
what they're doing in the rainforest was that they're cutting down the length of a football pitch, probably doubled from since then, within a year of trees. Every year they cut down the length of 2 football pitches. That's the last I heard. Probably grown since then. But just to say, yes, the Most High gave up everything, and for us to benefit. But he doesn't understand that. He doesn't understand the lamb Sabbaths. Doesn't understand the benefits of most of these things. And what he does understand, he probably just really goes too far and exploits it, so that he makes it become extinct.
Yeah.
There's a lot of outcry right now about the way that they extract the oud from the there's a particular way of extracting oud, which is a perfume from the argar wood tree,
Yeah.
right? So that it reproduces, it keeps on
It's gotta be
reproducing,
sustainable.
so it self-sustain itself. They've got a way of doing it so industrially, so unnaturally, that they kill the actual tree, so it becomes dead. But anyway, let's
That's what Eastwood
keep
does.
it simple. Yeah.
God.
What else? Oh, so we was in. Let's go back to where we was talking about the honey.
Oh yeah, come. Proverbs 24.
Yeah. Baba Kushal.
Sure, that's like the Dr. Bobby Price. He always talks about, all these foods are supposed to have seeds in them.
Yeah.
But you got the seedless ones, which means
Yeah.
they ain't really got the benefits. So
Yeah.
Akim,
Of the natural of a living organism. It's a hybrid,
yeah,
which is a Frankenstein of whatever it, is a Frankenstein of, which means it's not real. It's a copy.
monster.
Yeah. It's a Frankenstein,
Yeah.
which is a creation of man. If you understand the story of Frankenstein, so yeah, which means you don't get the it's dead food. It's not live, and everything that is alive has seed.
True.
A man without seed is
Finished.
and the other word for it is transformer, because he's
Well,
not.
you got eunuchs as well.
Oh yeah, well that's
Eunuchs is like they're some of them were castrated.
Yeah.
To like the what's it called? The ones they do it to serve the queen or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, to guard
princess.
traditionally it was to guard the king's
Yeah.
many wives.
Car.
So they castrated the eunuchs to so that they don't get any ideas, which is wicked as all hell. We don't agree with that anyway, but that's what they did. The barbaric what they call them, the Sax. Yeah, but I mean, even Jake was doing wickedness too.
Fair point.
When you get into the history side of it, a particular brother who's into the history, and get into that a bit more. But Jake was doing that kind of wickedness as well. But it's basically against the scriptures to do that to anybody, to a man or an animal. They do that to dogs too.
That's true.
What they call that? There's a word for it. They call
Castrating the dog.
Yeah, it's basically castrating a dog, making it neutering a dog,
Yes, that's the
neutering a dog.
God.
Which I don't like the sound of that stuff like that. To me, if you can do that, like you get these women, they buy dogs. They like it's some kind of. It's like the way that this is the saying about animals, right? Is that you don't buy a birthday present, a dog or any kind of pet as a birthday present or a Christmas present, because the person has to appreciate animals.
True.
This is evil over again. Obviously, Jake's up in everything, but so they think, oh, we just all right. We don't want it to have any more cubs. Let's castrate. No, man. The Most High created everything with seed for a purpose.
Yeah, seed is the vigor. It's
Yeah.
the vigor of man.
So going back to the point, what we just read, Habakkuk 2 and 5, this man's about death.
Yes.
Everywhere he goes, he pushes that death vibration. Right? No, but Jake, though, the ones, now I'm going to say it, the ones that are in our right mind, especially the ones that have woken up, the elect, we be pushing life. And they don't even realize this word is about life, man. That's why I've got these little things there. They're not ornaments. We're pushing more of that, more so as time goes on, you know, for brothers, as aids and crutches for brothers. And disclaimer, yes, we do believe in the word cure, right? Despite what Esau be pushing, cure, which means you're going to be whole, right? On this side, means more so in the, well, definitely in the kingdom, but these are vices and vessels that the Most High produces and given us that we can be effective, you know, especially with the bodies that we got now. You know, Esau's trying to break them down. Yeah, finish what you got and then turn over the page to 25 as well. And we're pushing the sweet now. Go on.
This is Proverbs 24 and 13. My son, eat thou honey, because it is good, and the honeycomb which is sweet to thy taste. So shall the knowledge of wisdom be unto thy soul. When thou hast found it, then there shall be a reward, and thy expectation shall not be cut off.
Whoa. Nah, let me just take my time with that one. It's a beautiful, the breakdown of that one is beautiful, you know. You know, some of the simplest breakdowns are some of the most
hard hitting.
Yeah, hard hitting and edifying.
True.
Because it's saying there, it's describing honey, and honey is sweet. Nah, yes, the scriptures, we're going to get into that a bit as well. Show them the honey, right? You know, particularly there's a certain time period where I'll be getting into it a little bit more, you know what I mean? Like it might be the winter, it might be the autumn, you know what I mean? Disclaimer, you know what I mean? You know, this is not medical advice, but we are giving you, you know, the journey that while we're at where we're at now. You know, we had the Most High gave us that wisdom. So it's talking about it is good, right? My son, eat thou honey, because it is good, and honeycomb which is sweet to thy taste, right? Yes, so it's sweet to the taste. We spoke about the bitter, and we're gonna get and it's good to meditate on the sweet things that we're going to be getting.
It's true.
You know what I mean? And the Most High is not unrighteous to forget our works that we have laboured. It's not in vain. So He does want to reward us. Yeah.
Got a little account as well.
All right. So shall the knowledge of wisdom be unto thy soul. It's going to be sweet to us, bro. And we're happy to have the knowledge what we got now. The little that we do have now, that we've been taught by our elders, because it's comparable to what we're going, the level that we're going to be on is very small.
Oh, yeah.
Like we said last week, we're just scratching the surface. But the little scratching of the surface we are doing now is brought us up onto a better, higher vibration than what we when we first came in the truth.
Growth.
What you got? Then we can get back to this.
Yeah, this was referring to Jonathan. You know, when they were at war, and Saul said, you know, a man shouldn't eat until a certain thing be done. But I'm just get straight to the point. This is 1 Samuel 14 and 27. But Jonathan heard not when his father charged the people with the oath, wherefore he put forth the end of the rod that was in his hand, and dipped it in a honeycomb, and put his hand to his mouth, and his eyes were enlightened.
Ooh.
You see? So that shows you right there. Especially imagine back in the day, you're getting that raw honey, not like
Yeah, not
you
like
took
today. The processed,
sugar.
refined, processed stuff,
Right.
and when we saw honey back in the day, we can identify. Oh, that's most.
That's
I mean,
gonna
we
be
woke
good.
up to a certain knowledge now, but
Mm.
more so back in the day, we just said, oh, that I want that. That
yeah.
look at it. It's dark.
Mhm.
It's
Nutrient
it's
dense.
attractive,
Mhm.
nutrient dense,
Yeah.
and we knew that if we yam that, we're gonna get energy.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
yeah, it helps with testosterone, the proper
Yeah.
one as well, by the way.
Yep.
So verse 20, it says, Then answered one of the people and said, Thy father straitly charged us, so strictly charged the people with an oath, saying, Cursed be the man that eateth any food this day, and the people were faint. Verse 29, and of course Saul, this was I'll say, beginning of his downfall, really. If you read 1 Samuel, you'll understand. So it says in verse 29, and then it says, Then said Jonathan, My father hath troubled the land. See, I pray you, how mine eyes have been enlightened, because I tasted a little of this honey.
Oh.
So you had that dopamine spike, man.
Ooh.
His brain was that, and if you haven't eaten the whole day, you're fighting a war. When you eat that type of honey, of course you're gonna feel enlightened.
Yeah.
Because it's a sweet taste to the body, and not just sweet, it's a nourishing taste as well.
Yeah.
Come on.
So that's the balance to what we're talking about, the bitter.
Mm.
Yeah, healing. Yeah, because the most I can give us, he could just make us be surrounded with honey,
Yeah,
right?
too much.
And we'd bath in it. I mean, when I say bath in it, we'd be happy and comfortable in it,
True,
and we
true,
continue with it. But the most I now, he says as we open up with Ezekiel, he says it's gonna be sweet. Ezekiel 3 and also Revelation 10 and 19. It's gonna be sweet, but you ain't gonna make sure it ain't gonna be pure smooth sailing for you, because that's where the growth comes in with the bitters, and it's literal too. With the bitters is where a lot of the healing, the benefits and the minerals are there.
That's true.
The antioxidants,
Oh yeah.
the shock to the system, which helps you. That shock to the system helps push the blood to flow better, unlock blockages.
Yeah.
Get the heart pumping.
Kill the
I use the example of the Hilangoli that I'm back, by the way. I'm back doing that again. And through the pound spirit of the Lord, I was so happy to get that pain again. Like,
some pains are pleasurable. It's like boxing, isn't it? Sports.
Yeah.
You
know what I mean?
Runners high.
Yeah. And I could have just had it, but I mean, I needed something. I'm not saying it's like, every now and then it's like you put your body needs a bit of trauma.
That's true.
Let me just say that.
That's true.
Because that's how, when, for those that go to the gym, the ones that are really into the gym thing, that's what they're doing. They're traumatizing their body, the muscles, so that it can regenerate, reheal itself back stronger.
Yeah.
So we all got our outlets, but that's part of our outlets that we choose that are beneficial for us. Everything ain't for everybody, so we're not pushing we're not going to be pushing something on somebody that may not be beneficial for them. Like, for example, if you have issues with weight, brother's always talking about this over there across the water, and we probably got a good idea why, but it's Babylon everywhere.
Food,
huh?
No, I'm just saying Babylon food is way worse than over here in the UK. Yeah,
so we won't push that on someone who, if like an obese person, to go and do that. Just go on the trails. Now that's not being good to yourself. That's being unbalanced. The way how you can do it, if you desire to do that, where there's a will, there's a way. If that's what you desire to do, you can start off slow. You can do the walking. Brothers be pushing the walking. You don't even necessarily have to do no running anyway. But if you want a bit of friction, right? And by the way, avoid concrete. I won't recommend concrete. How I started, I went on which I still got my trampoline, which helps with your ease friction on your pounding the pavement. So if you really desire to jog, some people just have a desire to jog, man. If you may have observed people that they're just doing it, and maybe they overdo it, and it's counterproductive if you overdo it, but they have a desire to do it. But anyway, how I get around that, when I want to jog and I can't, I just get on my trampoline in the house. Avoid any kind of pounding the pavement, any injuries to the knees or ankles. That's my way around it. But we wouldn't recommend that for people that are maybe too overweight, too tall, too big, too fat, too wide. You know,
Start small.
Start slow.
Mm.
But yeah.
Proverbs 25 as well.
You can bring that out as well.
This is Proverbs 25 and 27. It is not good to eat much honey, so for men.
That helps the point. What I just said. Don't overdo whatever you do. Don't overdo it. That's the illustration on that one. Yeah. Yep.
It is not good to eat much honey, so for men to search their own glory is not glory.
Yep. It's not glory to search your own glory. So these in the world now, you've got people doing all kinds of things for glory, for clout. We don't have to get into it, brothers. It's all over the internet now. You know, the folly that's been pushed. We touched a little bit on it last week, and even in Israel, what people are doing, in fact, you know, what they shouldn't be doing, but it's because of clout.
It's true.
Attention.
Fame.
No, but one of the elder apostles' last videos. Might be second to last now, but he was going into a particular man. He was upset. He was giving his testimony that he was upset. It could have been his grandmother or somebody he knew, or you know. But anyway, he was upset that someone was stabbed, and he was saying, "We need Israel. We need the Israelites to do, you know." And basically, he was saying, "We need street justice." That's what he was saying in so many words. But the prophets,
Justice Society,
right? But the point is, we're not here. The prophets are not here to do that.
God.
At least not now, anyway. You know.
In time.
I am Jeremiah 16:16 will come into pass. Right now, we're just fishing.
Yeah.
But that time gonna come where we're gonna be bring the justice, the Justice Society. Obviously, you know, in righteousness though, not for no kind of clout, but in righteousness, and set things right. What one of our biggest desires to do right now is pushing the truth, pushing this word, enlightening people. Lord willing, what's the word? When you edifying people. Yeah, but we do want this kingdom to be right side up again. Our kingdom, and towards the latter end of this kingdom, putting things right side up again, because there's too much wickedness going on. With the transformer and the alphabet people, that's not this video. Future videos though, the injustice what's been taking place, yes, it will be put right again. And it's going to be the men of the Lord, led by King David, Yahushai, all right, and King David under Yahushai, the 10, or no, it's the 12, and then the 144,000 go and put everything right side up again, which are the true, you know, I put it in the men of the Lord. Which when you break it down for people to understand, superheroes, because they're going to be in righteousness, or even better than that, gods, as the scripture says. Is it Psalms?
I've said you're gods.
Yeah. All right, just get that, and then let's get back to the point. We'll come back down to earth after that. Get back to where we were.
Psalms 82:6. I have said ye are gods, and all of you are children of the Most High.
Yeah, and we're going to get back to that, right? But we have to get the bitter, yamming up the bitter, both the combination bitter and sweet, right? So that we get to understand both the left-hand side and the right-hand side. Who was it? Was it Elder High Priest, or was it Elder Yaquab that said that? I believe it was Yaquab that said that we have to understand both the left-hand side to be good judges. Right, and kings, we have to understand both left-hand side and right-hand side. So that's what we're doing, which is bitter and sweet. Right, so we're back on the trails, back on the on our feet, standing up with great boldness. Right, enlighten the elect, enlighten and wait as we've been woken up. What you got?
All right, this is.
Just finish on Proverbs 25 where we were. Jump down to now 27 now.
20, I was reading 27 before.
All right, read it again, Baba Kushadin.
Proverbs 25 and 27. It is not good to eat much honey. So for men to search their own glory is not glory.
So we want to be in righteousness. We want to be balanced. Even with what we're pushing right now, right? We're pushing it in sincerity and in truth, so that for those who may need it, just like we were helped, we came to a certain understanding that we want to get the right nourishments to our body, and it's where it's at is from the earth.
Yeah.
as we opened up with Genesis 1 and 29, right? Every seed bearing, every fruit bearing seed. So let's hit this one too, because we've got these things here. Let's hit the scripture. Let's hit this scripture. Let's see. I believe it's Genesis 30. Let's go to Genesis 43.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, scriptures talk about, let another man praise thee as well.
Yeah.
So having your own glory
Yeah.
goes into pride.
Yeah. It's pride and it's self-defeating. Because that's what's happening everywhere around us, right? With the social media, the narcissism.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
That's a lot.
You got. I coined a term which came to me a little while back. You got the iPhone, right? Which is comes back to right? Because we kind of grew up in a time where it was pen and paper. I'm not knocking it because it's all useful.
Convenient.
We use the world, but not abuse it. So it's iPhone, YouTube, right? Social media, everything points back at you.
Yeah.
Which, when you get into the word narcissistic, it's about self-worship,
Yeah, grandiosity,
grandiose,
yeah,
megalomaniacs,
yeah,
ego, and you're pushing this, you're pushing yourself out there as a god. And we can see why the Most High has us it's in a way when we get shadow banded, and which is the spirit of the Lord. We get shadow, we don't get a lot of views. That's all the spirit of the Lord to keeps us grounded, keeps us humble.
Yeah.
And really, this truth is only for the elect anyway. So we don't, we're not pushing that millions and what people be doing just to get views, as we know on social media, is just downright foolishness. So we avoid all that, which is the protection of the Lord. You know what I mean? From the as you say, what did you say? It's pushing, seeking your own glory is self-defeating anyway.
Yeah.
It's just self-defeating, and it's really we serve the Lord, right? We recognize we have a God higher than us, you know what I mean? And we respect the order, and that's what we go by, which keeps us all grounded. Talking about the elect of Israel. Yeah.
Genesis 43.
Yeah, let's bring out, because we got some of the things there. We mentioned some of them. We can't mention all of them. We got so many things there to it. But the scriptures does talk about the things, and we're going to start wrapping it up. It's about kind of to start winding down. Yeah, Genesis 43. Let's get straight.
11.
Yeah, come on.
So Genesis 43 and 11, it says, and their father Israel, which is Jacob, by the way, said unto them, if it must be so now, do this, take of the best fruits in the land in your vessels, and carry down the man a present.
Yeah, the best fruit, because there was a famine. And in that time, you had Joseph, Yausa, he was the governor, and the brothers were sent to retrieve some, as it says here, it's going to explain it.
It says, take the best fruits in the land in your vessels, and carry down the man a present, a little balm, a little honey, spices, and
Oh, slow. All right then. So a little balm, we got our little balm. That's the honey. Carry on. We got all the things that are read. We're gonna read here. We've got them. Yep.
So it says a little balm.
Yep.
And a little honey.
Yep.
Spices.
Yep.
And myrrh.
Right, we know all the different types of spices in my cupboard right there.
Got the myrrh.
You know what I mean? We got some myrrh. Let's put it on camera for the brothers then to see.
Oh,
brothers who know. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, show them. We want to demonstrate. We demonstrating as well. Put it on the thing. Let the brothers them see. We want to demonstrate for the brothers them. As a matter of fact. Let's get a little bit of smoke going on as well while we're talking. Yeah, read that again, Baba Kushar.
So, this is Genesis 43 and 11. It says, and their father Israel said unto them, if it must be so now, do this, take of the best fruits in the land in your vessels, and carry down the man a present, a little balm,
Yeah.
a little honey, spices and myrrh,
Yeah.
nuts and almonds.
Yeah. And all these things are superfoods, by the way. You know, we're just going over this for those that don't know. Maybe the new ones. Maybe you're on a particular journey, or you've turned down a particular road that you want to get back on. Right, you get back on. We're gonna recommend it. This is
Get back on.
the disclaimer, not medical advice, but the things that are mentioned. These things are mentioned all in the scriptures, right? And they're all right for you. Good, say all right for you. They're all superfoods, very good for you. You zoomed in on it for the brothers to see.
When it starts smoking.
And we spoke a little bit about the trees, how they be giving off sap and the bark and all of that. This is a sap. This is a resin. Right, and it gives talk about purifying the air, and that's
It
one of the.
smells good. It smells good.
This is so we spoke about the bitter. We got some sweet going on too. We got the this is the balance, and when you get if you can have smelly vision, brothers know already. Anyway, but it's a healing, a vibration, an energy,
Yeah.
and also you've got I've got sage there, to sage. That's a healing too. Now, by the way, you can take sage is a herb. I'm not going to show the brothers, but I've got our tincture right here. And I'm just going to read because we got something we're recommending at the moment for particular. We prescribed for particular brothers in our camp. We're going to just read the ingredients. We ain't gonna be able to get through everything today, but so this one is sage, right? We just showed you one that's in this tincture. Ginkgo, yeah. Go to cola. Now, one of them I'm going to chat about.
Yeah.
Go to cola. I've heard elders they be pushing this as well. Wormwood. This is all in the scriptures,
Bitter.
right? And it's all bitter. This is
Yeah,
the bitter.
yeah,
This
yeah.
is the cognitive one, by the way. And it just gives the example that in order for you to, if you want cognitive or if you want some sweet, sometimes you got to get the bitters,
That's good.
right?
Yeah, that's the balance.
Wormwood, calamus, we spoke about that. Calamus roots. We're going to hit one of them scriptures as well that shows you. We did it last week, but we got other scriptures as well.
Oh yeah.
Lemon balm, right? All these things are for cognitive and they calm you because we deal with the psyche too, the mindset too.
Yeah.
If you're struggling with with demons or any kind of
Oh yeah.
any kind of sluggishness, Most High got everything for all of that. Oh, by the way, before I go on any further, Wisdom of Solomon.
16 and 12.
And then we come back to that. Yeah.
So Wisdom of Solomon 16 and 12.
Yep.
It says, for it was neither herb
Yep.
nor mollifying plaster that restored them to health, but thy word, O Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, which healeth all things.
Yeah. So now I'm going to just mention it. Shazam, what is it? Black Adam.
Yeah.
How does he get his power? Right? If he wants to lose his power, he says it. But if he wants to get it back, he has to say Shazam to get it back. And it's on and popping. Now with us now, right, obviously it's spiritual power, right? But this is the low level spiritual power. If you want to activate it, we ask for the blessing of the Lord.
That's it.
You know what I mean? Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, Baba Kushah, Barak. If it's all, Ha, Barak, Ha Shaman. Oil in, that's Shaman. That's all in the Hebrew, Shaman.
Yeah.
So Barak means to bless. So to activate these things, and it's not up to us, it's up to the Lord.
Yeah.
It's an activator. That's the power of the Lord. His name is the activator. So in order for these things to be triggered, we need the blessing of the Lord. Let me carry on reading where I was. So I mentioned the sage, the ginkgo, gato cola, gota cola, wormwood, calamus root, lemon balm, thyme, sage, rose, brahmi. That's the new one I added to my collection.
Brahmi.
Now I don't want to overwhelm chat today. But I got just 2 more questions to ask chat, and then tell you what. Where was you?
Wisdom of Solomon 16 and 12. Before that?
All right, then you can read that again, and then
Genesis 43 was before that.
oh yeah, we're gonna have to go back to that then. Yeah, we're gonna have to go back to that.
You want to know?
Yeah, let's go back to that and finish, because I just wanted the brothers to see, for those that didn't know, that all the things that we're pushing is from the scriptures. We're not pushing fast food, none of that nonsense. every now and then, yeah, you're gonna have your little, your little something, something.
Yeah.
We're in Babylon, the defiled food, but yeah, we're pushing, we're pushing for us to get back on a level, so that we can be more cognitive, to be sharper. Loud willing when we're doing our videos, when we're linking up with brothers, when we're with our brothers, to have a certain we're pushing a higher vibration.
That's true.
That's
true.
but it has to come through the Lord. But yeah, where were you?
Genesis 43 and 11.
Yeah.
And their father Israel said unto them, if it must be so now, do this.
Yeah.
Take of the best fruits in the land in your vessels, and carry down the man a present, a little balm,
Yep.
and a little honey, spices and myrrh,
Yep.
Nuts and almonds.
Yep. All those things, right? You do your little research, whatever you like, you can. And if another thing as well, if there's some things that you don't like, you're gonna definitely, when you read the scriptures, you meditate upon them, and you do your research, you're gonna find things that you actually like, bro. Oh no, I don't like herbs. No, there's things that I guarantee you, there's so much variety. You're gonna find things that you like. I've got a variety of nuts there.
Oh, yeah.
The nuts. And when I was younger, I remember when I used to come home from school, I always used to look forward to getting my pocket money, because up to this very day, and going all the way back, I remember I had to buy my nuts, bro. The so-called monkey nuts.
So you like nuts back in the
Yep,
day?
from going all the way back, as far back as I remember, my dad used to love them too. He used to give them to me. Monkey nuts, they call them monkey nuts.
Oh.
They're really making
Is the one that you got to break?
Yeah, in the shell.
Okay.
Got them all over there.
Inside.
Yeah, them little shelled nuts. I always was into that. And
It tastes good.
I didn't know it was in the scriptures. Cashew nuts.
Oh yeah.
That's how we are. We knew these things anyway. We just knew. Snacks, because you got healthy snacks too.
Yeah.
Sometimes I say, well, all right, I want my little snack, but I got some healthy snacks. Let me grab some healthy snacks.
Yep.
So they knew that, So this is what was happening in the time of the famine, the time of Yahusap, when these brothers, he got to be made governor in Egypt, and they was pursuing somewhere to find who can they find, and they didn't know. He disguised himself. They didn't know that was actually talking to their brother. His brother put him through a couple of tests, because he wanted them to bring up Benjamin, and they didn't, because his father was worried. I don't want nothing to happen to Benjamin. He's the youngest. Like what happened to Yahusap. That's what they said. So they said they didn't bring him. But Benjamin said, "I ain't gonna give you nothing. Go back." He said to the brothers, "I wanna see this young one that you ain't brought," which he knew. He done know already.
Yeah.
I wanna see him. He was missing his younger brother Benjamin. I want to see him, bring him, or otherwise, I ain't gonna give you nothing. That's so many words what he said when you read into it, of Genesis 43 and 42 and 43.
Yeah.
And then when because they didn't bring him, he cast him into prison for a period of time.
Yeah, that was like a leverage. Like, okay, if you don't bring him, one of your brothers is gonna have to stay there in the prison.
So he didn't forget what they did to him.
They mocked him.
But he understood the bigger picture. But anyway, that's just a surrounding story about it. But they all of them knew that these are things that we gonna the non-perishables, they call them. Yeah. Like nuts, dry foods are non-perishables. They don't go off. You don't need a fridge or a freezer to keep them them fresh. So anyway, we understood all these things, right? Tinctures on it, if you want to say that, you can say tinctures on it. The older they get,
the stronger they become.
And it's a bit like the most sized people. The older we get, that's
actually true.
The older we get, now you're gonna say something. Go on.
Because just on the episode 1, I spoke on it.
Yeah.
Some camps ago. These people in a show called Invincible.
Yeah.
They're known as the Viltrumites.
Yeah.
And the thing is, the older they get, the stronger they get as well. Which means if a man got grey hairs, you better fear that man. Yeah. Because he's got that strength.
Yeah, and that's the scriptures. The wise man with the grey hairs.
Yeah, the wisdom.
Is a hoary head of beauty. Grey hairs is a hoary head of beauty. But on the whole, it represents the elect of Israel and ultimately all Israel.
Yeah.
We get better with time.
That's true.
Esau gets worse with time.
Yeah.
And his time's running out anyway. He's had his long run. But anyway, I just wanted to give that. Yeah, we get better with time, and food that we choose, we're getting back to that too, which is gonna be, we're gonna be reunited back with all our foods, and the most important thing, Yahweh Shai.
Yeah.
He's getting his justice, his lick back, and right now he's on the right hand side of Yahweh, right? Pursuing to Romans, I believe it's Romans 8, around 23, putting in a good word for his people.
Yeah.
Which means, yeah, we're going to be preserved, Lord willing, through the coming days of Jacob's trouble. Preserved, and then eventually, Lord willing, beamed up out of this wicked place. So we hit those particular scriptures that I wanted to hit. Probably we ain't going to be able to hit all of them, but there's another one I want to hit as well, just to back up what we just read in Genesis 43. Let's hit this one as well. This is Songs of Solomon. Just get the dust of some of these scriptures. Songs of Solomon, you can get it. Songs of Solomon 4 and 13. And read down into it a bit.
This is Songs of Solomon chapter 4 and 13. It says spikenard and saffron.
Alright.
Calamus and cinnamon. With all trees.
So all these things, you see, we just went into the herbs straight away. These are all superfoods, herbs. This disclaimer again, even though it's the scriptures we're reading, but yep, carry on.
Calamus and cinnamon.
Yep.
With all trees.
We spoke about the calamus. Nah, hold on.
Oh, ChatGPT.
Hold on, I said I was gonna do this. Brothers may still if you still have some doubts, let's see. Not that we need chat, we done our research already. But let's just see what chat says. Yeah, chat, what are the benefits of calamus root?
Sure. So calamus root has been used traditionally in various cultures, often as a digestive aid. People have used it to help with nausea, to calm the mind, or even as a mild sedative. That said, it's important to be cautious since it can be potent, and in large doses it might be toxic. So if you're thinking of using it, it's best to check with a healthcare professional.
Right. So it's you lose it in small doses. I agree with that because it's very powerful, very potent. That's what chat said. I agree with that. And obviously we got health professionals which are we're the Justice Society. Cool. You know what I mean? And we got elders as well, you know. We get our advice from them. But we use our discretion, we do our research, you know, and we're not limited to one type of research. Very broad-minded. There's another one I want to ask chat about as well, which, like I say, I've added it to my last tincture. I'm going to ask him now. I'm going to just frame it in my mind first. What are the benefits of Brahmi herb, chat?
Brahmi. It's a really interesting herb. It's been used in Ayurvedic medicine for centuries. People often take it to support mental clarity, memory, and focus. Basically, it's considered a brain tonic. It's also thought to reduce stress, support better sleep, and even help with emotional balance. So it's really popular for the mind-body connection.
Enough said, chat. Now, done already. But just to confirm for any maybe doubters out there, by the way, we can end with that scripture, Wisdom of Solomon. 16 and 12. Yeah, we can end with that. I think the point is done made, you know. We just let brothers know that everything that we're dealing with, right? Nothing that we have here, right, is just for show, right? We're active with it right now. Brothers are my testimony, you know. We got brothers who have their testimonies. My testimony, 100% for my individual thing. Cognitive, yes. Things are happening, yes. Things are better. There's progress. Yes. Would I recommend it? Yes. So all the answers to the questions is yes. I would recommend it. And yeah, that's really the point, man. So we touched on the bitter and the sweet. The title of the video once again: healing and growth comes from the bitters. Yeah. And the spirituals included as well as in the kitchen or in our particular laboratory. So it starts in the mind, it spills over into the laboratory, and then, Lord willing, you know, who benefit from it outside, go and benefit from it. But everything is a house has to be built of who? The Lord.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Through faith. You know what I mean? So that's it, man. There's a lot more we could have got into about the particular herbs I got. But I don't want to overwhelm brothers. I don't want to. we can let them down gently in future. So close out, Baba Kusha.
So yeah, Tazar, you found this video edifying and exhorting as we say, Kal Halayim La, Yahweh, Ba Hashem, Yahushai, Ba Hashem, Rakah Kodash. Once more, double honors to the great most of the apostles and the elder bishops. Shalom.
Shalom.